Okay, for flip's sake, finally live. Finally live, finally ready. Let me just check my... Is this good? Should be. A little bit closer. Alright. At long last, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Let me get onto the stream as well so I can see what's going on. Round 4 of the season now. It's getting interesting in the GCOR GT Elite Series. What's up, J Jeff? Shout out to J Jeff, man, safety car driver, and Joe Cast as well. Shout out to everyone. Let's get into proceedings then. Qualifying is about to start. It's a very late start to this stream, I must say, but we are ready to go nonetheless. The third waypoint of the season has been reached. 4th round of 12 right here at the Red Bull Ring. It's a sprint weekend as well, second sprint weekend of the season. So you know it's going to be a long one, but it's also going to be an opportunity to score some big points, especially if you're performing well. We've got Icon here for the first time. You guys know Icon from the Porsche Cup, from multi-class, and from Super Formula just earlier on today. Icon for JBEM alongside Bally as well, who's returning. Little toilet break, I see that. We also got Joey for the first time in Panther Sim Sport Machinery in the Lexus, and he's filling in, not filling in really, he's replacing Stig. He's obviously, if you heard from Panther Sim Sport and J Jeff, on his way to uni, man. Good luck with Stig. Wish him best of luck with all his future endeavours, man. Wish him all the best of luck with uni. But Joey's now in the car alongside Jensen, the current championship leader by 1 point. Jensen won just earlier today in the Super Formula Series. Can he double up? We saw Sliced Bread do that last week, double up at Spa and then at Tokyo Expressway. A fantastic Friday for him. Can Jensen do that himself now? And again, it was both times both times today it would be for Panther Sim Sport if he was to get it. So qualifying again, Q1 and Q2 settings. So we have 10 minutes Q1 and 5 minutes Q2. Top 6 going through. Almost ready to begin. No airspeed cars today, but everyone else turning up in force. So qualifying about to begin. 10 minutes of pure driving. Let's get into it. So, as I said before, 10 minutes, you've got less time than a normal qualifying session. Normal qualifying sessions, you tend to have 15. If you were there in previous eras of GCOR competition, in a GT, you know it was only one straight 15-minute qualifying session to determine the grid order. Now you've only got 10 minutes. Every lap is crucial. You need to be positioning your car well, working together with others, and just being consistent overall. I mean, the errors are going to hinder a lot of drivers. Joey, who's first out? It's Blank this time. Blank is first out. So Blank and Griff, 2 ART drivers, as usual, out first. They love to be out first, and they love to work together as well. You rarely see one without the other, I've noticed. Just got a lot of the stats in real time. So Blank and Griff leading the line, then it's Jolt behind them and 7 steps behind them. 7 steps in the Sauber Technic. Been one of the dark horses all season. We saw him at Monza trying to do that one-stop strategy. Didn't quite work out for him. It was close to victory on that occasion. Didn't quite podium on that occasion. Didn't quite work. No, it was victory, I can't remember, but he's always been a driver on the cusp of reaching the next milestone, but it's just not quite worked out for him. It could happen to him soon. Without getting that time penalty. You notice time penalties And track limits are no joke in this track. So the driver's going to have to be on their best behaviour as a complete qualifying, because a time penalty here obviously is going to ruin your lap and the next lap as well. Blank going through the motions, Griff following in kind, keeping pace. So good slipstream right here, 7 steps. Also coming through 20.4 in the first sector. Let's see other sector times here. 20.6 from Valley, so it's 2 tenths behind the German. It seems to me as if I mean, again, you're going to be talking about the superiority of the machinery. We talked about that a lot if you were there last week at Tokyo, that the Honda was just superior in that race and it couldn't really be dealt with down the straight. But in this race here, many speculators are talking about the Nissan GTR being the favoured car, and obviously the ART boys are driving that right now. Is this true? We're going to find out in this qualifying session. I think Griff is going to be setting a fast lap this time around. Here he comes, Griff to the line. This is the benchmark time, this is the standard, and Griff's got a half-second penalty, so the lap will not count. Blank is dead set to 21.0, 7 steps now coming to the line. This surely is going to be the benchmark time to beat. 19.9, and Jensen's gone fast with a 19.7. More drivers coming across the line now. Valley is next up, and Valley goes to P3. Now Joey comes forward. First start for Panther Simsport, and he can only manage P5. And Chikona's next up. Subbing in obviously for Finizio, goes to P5, now replacing Joey. Icon next up, first start for him in the GCOR Elite Series, and he's got a half-second penalty himself, so that lap is not going to count, and it looks fast. Our driver's improved. See Chikona's on the medium tyre, he's up on his lap. We look towards Griff, and we look, Griff's got the penalty actually, so it's going to be Blank we look towards. Can Blank improve from 4th place? Arp's just gone to P4 now, so Blank's got more positions to gain, and he's on a fast lap this time. Doesn't have to worry about letting Griff pass him. Here we go. Blank is flying right now. Is this enough for the top spot? Not quite. Oh, it is actually. It is enough for the top spot. 19.6. So by just under a tenth, Blank goes faster. Here comes Jensen once again to counter. Does he have a response? And not quite. He's just missed out. Improves his time, but stays P2. Come more cars across the line. Chikonas and Balia right there. Jarp goes into the top 6 to 5th place. Here comes Chikonas, he goes to the pits, not having it on the medium tyre. And driver H and Roscoe just sitting in the pits, ready to go out on their laps. Balia starting his lap now in P4. So it's again about Blank and Griff. Blank is beginning to mash work. He's 2 tenths down on his best time. So we're going to continue looking at more drivers, just seeing what kind of times they're managing. If anyone's coming towards the line, I think it's that pairing of Blank and Griff that are coming towards the line. I think they're going to be in though. Blank's gone in, so Griff staying out, trying to improve on his best time. Needs to get into that top 6. Can he manage it with this lap right here? He's gone fastest. Good stuff from Griff. So the ART drivers are 1 and 2 right here in the first part of qualifying at the moment. Advantage to the Nissans. Here comes Joey, just outside that top 6 that he needs. Can he do it right here? Qualifying the front row in Super Formula. Can he do that again now? He gets into the top 6, just about pushing Jalk down. And now Jalk is on the outside looking in. Here comes Icon. I think Icon might get a penalty for that though. Straight a little bit outside the white line. They're nice to him here, they let him have it, and Icon goes fastest. So Icon does get a clean lap in, and it is the fastest lap as many expected. Driver H back into the pits. Chikona's now starting his first lap on those soft tyres now. Those drivers opting to change those tyres now. 7 Steps is one of them. Sure, Jensen's also going to pit. Griff has pitted. Blank is on his out lap. We saw him pit the lap before when Griff stayed out and set a fast lap. Let's look at Icon. Is he still going to stay out on this tyre, or is he going to... Pardon me, is he going to stay out? Sorry, is he going to go in and change it? About to find out. What kind of time is it in the middle sector? Is he trending upwards? Let's find out. He's up by 0.6 of a second. Icon at his home track, ready to make the fans proud with this one. Last corner. Again, he really pushes to the limit, but he gets away with it. And again, 18.9, 7/10 clear of Griff this time. Can anyone get near that time right there? Here comes Chaconas to the line. Is it good enough? Chaconas not improving enough to go up a place. Stays in 10th, but still has time to set another lap. And I think these guys are doing what I know what these guys are doing here. Driver Adrian Roscoe. I know exactly what they're doing. I think they're focused on the sprint, because remember, sprint race is a reverse sprint. So as it stands right now, the two Red Bull Petronas Hondas will be starting from the front row, looking at the front row, so they can have a chance at maximizing points, and they'll get a good starting position anyway for the sprint. Griff's now starting his lap behind Blank. Blank has to serve a half-second penalty, so his lap will not be valid. 7 Steps currently in 5th position. More drivers coming around. Let's see what the middle sector is saying for 7 Steps. Is it fast enough? It's up by 0.3. This is for him. He's looking for safety right here, because you know drivers are going to come and set fast laps as we enter the final minute of Q1 right here. So 7 Steps is going to have another chance to better his lap after this one. Just needs to keep it well, and he'll have a good foundation to build on and a bigger cushion of safety. Chaconas with 1:21.0. 7 Steps now goes second. That's a big improvement, and what a time to make that improvement. Griff is not improving. So Blank serving this penalty now, and he's in 4th place. Griff is in 3rd. So they're in a good position, but they're by no means comfortable, because obviously you've got drivers outside the top 6 who are going to be wanting to push hard and try to push them out of qualifying right here. So Griff doesn't improve. Now Blank is right behind him. How are they going to sort this one out? Who needs it more, I guess? But we'll deal with that when it comes. Here comes Jack. He's one of the drivers on the outside looking in, and it's going to be his last lap right here. He's got one more corner to round. Can he do it here? Has he done enough to get into Q2? He's in 6th place. He's in 6th place. Bali's not going to improve here. So Bali's missed out on Q2. Jalk is just about in as we talk now. But here comes Joey. And here comes Arps as well. Joey goes to 7th. And it's not enough for Joey. He misses out by 0.3. What about Chaconas? Has he got in? He's gone to 9th. It's not fast enough for him either. And Jalk has survived then. Jalk survives. Jensen's also through. And Blank and Griff. 7 Steps in 2nd, and Icon in 1st then. So again, all 3 manufacturers getting through. All 3 manufacturers. 2 Hondas, a Lexus, and crucially 3 Nissans getting through into the second part of qualifying. They'll be duking it out for 5 minutes right now, but it's Icon with the massive advantage, half a second clear of everyone else. Can anyone beat Icon? It could be a tall order, but we've seen strange things happen. We have seen strange things happen. It's very much possible that he can be beaten today, but you're really going to have to lock in you're going to find that opportunity. Again, though, both ARTs making it through. So, Gold, if you're watching, if Gold's watching, of course, Gold's going to be gassed. So we'll look at the qualifying results once again. Again there. So Icon, 7 steps, Blank, Griff, Jensen and Jalk going through the top 6, and then Joey just missing out on his first start. Bally also just missing out. Then it's Chicken, 9th, Arps, and then Drive H and Rawscope didn't set laps. So as I said, Drive H and Rawscope. Now don't try to disguise it, Rawscope. I know what you did there. I know what you did there, bro. I know what they did. It was they're trying to prioritize the sprint. I know they're trying to prioritize the sprint. So they're getting ready for the sprint. But we've got Q2 to come now. Let me save that replay right there. I also changed my car. It doesn't really look good that I've got the Super Formula car there. Let me put on the Maserati on or something. That's what I mean. The Rawscope and Driver H, they're race ready. It's a bit of mind games that was being played right there in the qualifying session, making them think, you know what, they're not really on anything. But I tell you now, when they come to the sprint, it's long day for everyone. So top 6 then. Top 6. Let's go. Icon, 7 steps, Blank, Griff, Jensen, Joke. Who will get pole? It's got to be Icon's got to be the favourite to get pole right here. But again, we saw only got 2 free laps, and we saw Icon. He only really set 1-2 good laps there. It took a long time for him to really get settled in. With 5 minutes on the clock, you really need to be settled at the moment you leave the pit lane. No real opportunities to restart and to go back into to exit out. So everyone on the soft tyre as expected. Icon immediately out first. Blank is enmeshed within his car and they're pushing each other forward right here. Again, they're just enmeshed in one another, fighting for supremacy. Blank wins out, so Blank is going to be ahead. But then again, this is going to give Icon a good reference. Not that he would need it, but just to see where his opponents, where his rivals are running. Jalka's in 3rd, and then it's 7 steps, and Jensen, Griff, quite a way behind. So Griff is going to have less time to set laps, possibly, depending on how long the lap is and how much time they've got. Guy in the front, Blank, Icon, they might get 1 more extra lap than the others. And Icon pulls up to the side to let others past. So Blank has less pressure on him right now because of that. So Icon's gone last. Decides to go to the back of the queue. So let's look at this now. Let's compare the sector times as we go along. Driver by driver. So Blank is going to start us off. He kicks off his first of, I'm guessing it's going to be 2 laps. He might get a 3rd though. Turn 1 is done well by the Italian. Winner at Monza. Let's see what the first sector is saying then. 20.4. Jalk, what can he do in the first sector? 20.3. So Jalk is a 10th up on Blank, and 7 steps is also in 20.3 range. We missed it out for Jensen. Let's see what Griff is saying. He's a 20.5, and now it's Icon. Let's see what Icon is setting. So Icon 20.2, so advantage Icon in the first lap. Now we look to the second sector. You see Jalk is beginning to close down on Blank. Let's see, Blank 56.5, Jalk 55.6, so Jalk is massively up. 7 steps losing time, and Jensen is right behind him. Now let's see with Griff 55.9, and here comes looking at Icon. Let's see what Icon sets. Icon 55.6. So let's go to Blank. 1 minute 20.3, and Jalk a second quicker. Let's look at Jensen. Jensen goes to P2, 7 steps to P4. Griff, invalid lap time. So here comes Icon. Can he beat Jalk with a 19.3? Big lap from Jalk. I think that's the closest anyone's been to a 18 beside Icon. And Icon is a 10.5 up on Jalk. So it's Honda 1-2 at the moment. The two Hondas really showing up today. Blank's just, I think Blank must have had a moment there. He's lost out in the first sector. He's gone back to the pits to restart. So it's going to be Jalk front. Oh, he's got a penalty himself, so he won't be setting a fast lap just now. It's going to be Jensen then. Didn't see Jensen's first sector time. We're going to see his second sector. Is it going to be purple? Is it going to be blue? Or is it going to be red? Jensen, championship leader, and I think he's down. Yeah, he's down. 7 steps is up though by a 10th. Where does that end? He's a 2.6 back though. He's got a penalty as well. He's got a penalty as well. Everyone's here rolling with penalties. Let's see, is Icon faster? Icon is faster, 4/10. Purple. He's got a penalty though. Lap isn't going to count. So here we go. Jalk on his last lap. Jensen starting his last lap right now. 7 steps with an invalid lap. Icon back to the pit, so Icon's not going to get another chance at this. It's all about Jalk here. Let's see what the lap says. Jalk's got a real chance of getting pole. He's down a little bit in the first sector. Jensen is also down. Let's see, Griff. Griff is up. He's blue in the... And someone spun right there. Who's that spun? It's Jensen. It's Jensen, so Jensen's not getting another chance. Jensen's not getting another chance, so it's about Griff. It's about Griff here, and it's about Blank, and it's about Jalk. And 7 steps. Oh, 7 steps got another penalty, so it won't be 7 steps. It's only about Jalk and the 2 ARTs. Has Jalk saved his best till last right here? Let's see what's going on in the... he's down a little bit. He's down a little bit, and he's overshot that corner ever so slightly. Maybe he's thinking about slingshotting off of it. Let's see what happens now in the last 2 corners. These corners can catch you out if you're not watching. I think he's been caught out right there. Does the game nice him? Here he comes to the line. Is not enough. Jalk stays P2. Let's see what happens. Can Griff go to pole? Griff looks fast. It's not enough. It's only P4. Here comes Blank then. 1 more corner to go. Can Blank get onto the front row? He looks good here. Across the line, Blank can't do it. Stays 5th fastest. Icon has kept pole. Icon keeps onto pole. Jalk 2nd, and then Jensen followed by Griff, and then Blank, and then 7 steps. So the home hero does hold on to that advantage at the start. It's not going to be for the sprint. It will be for the race. So he's going to start the sprint at the back of the grid. Jalk will start 2nd last, but that's encouraging. Very encouraging result for Jalk and for GN7 in general. That's the kind of performance they can extract from that car. That does say something. Icon and Jug will start the race from the front, but the sprint from the back. Very interesting qualifying session right there. God, guys, I need some water, man. My throat is parched. Let me get some water real quick. Well, just to actually hold on, just to recap the qualifying right there. So you got Icon taking pole. He will start from the front, then Jug, then Jensen, Griff, Blank, and 7 Steps in 6th place. So the Nissans, the 3 Nissans, had a numerical advantage, and they've come out on the losing end of Q2 right there. Not to say that 4th, 5th, and 6th was bad positions at all, but you know, you'd be thinking at least one of them would be challenging or be on the front row at least. But nevertheless, good positions, and you want your teammates to be near you. And the ART guys are just so good at being near each other. This Icon though, it wasn't really in doubt, to be honest. But Jack was up there. He couldn't get close enough. Anyway, I'm gonna go real quick and get a little drink. Whew, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, that was a good qualifying session right there. That was a very good qualifying session right there. I'm almost ready for the race right now. I think we're waiting for Arps to come back. Arps might come back. Oh yeah, let's not forget, Panther Sim Sport revealing their first special livery tomorrow. Make sure you're tuned in for that. Check out the Instagram, Panther Sim Sport on Instagram. Make sure you follow them. Follow WEC, WEC.GCOR as well on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. And we're everywhere now. We're everywhere. Follow us up all the socials. Check out Sim Team Shop as well for the merchandise and the trophies as well. Awards awarded to the winners of each race and event. The winning trophies, and you know, get your latest merchandise for all teams. Check out Sim Team Shop as well, man. But we're about to get going here. So Arps is now back. Grid is just being set. We are about to get going then for the sprint. Sorry, the sprint, not the race. Now again, for the sprint, no mandatory tire, no mandatory stop. Don't have to stop if you don't want to, but perhaps it may be better if you did. I'm not sure. I mean, strategies should be wide open in this case. I'm not really sure what to expect, if I'm honest. You see, the strategy's being discussed right here in the chat, in the paddock. Everyone just seeing what to do. Looking at the championship picture at the moment, obviously you've got Jensen and Blank and Cam all on 26, 25, 25, top 3. But with Cam not in the picture at the moment, it's going to be, well, it's all about Blank and Jensen. Griff is in 4th on 19 points, so big points up for grabs, remember, in this weekend. So to be fair, anybody who can collect a big result, right? Goodness me, not quite goodness gracious, but goodness me. Something in my throat. But yeah, anybody who can really shock the system today and get a big result could be pulling in some serious points, and that'll see them rise up the standings. We're almost ready to go. Almost. This race is going to be interesting. Sprint, remember, so reversed grid. So we said before, the 2 Red Bull Petronas cars at the front, then the GN7 of Chaconas, and then it's Arps on the 2nd row, Bally starting in 5th, then Joey, then 7 steps, Blank, Griff, Jensen, Jalk and Icon. So we've got, that's interesting then, we've got 3 Hondas, 2 Hondas on the front row and 2 Hondas on the back row, a couple Hondas in between, and then everyone else in between there, the Nissans and the Lexuses, everyone in between. Let us know who you think is going to win this one, who you think is going to take victory in the sprint. Winner gets 10 points plus 1 for fastest lap. So a win for any of these drivers really could see them quickly shooting up the standings. We saw Sliced Bread last week win the race at Tokyo Expressway. Immediately he's now 5th in the points. Just goes to show you there's not many points possessions up for grabs in this series. Like, you have to be top 6, top 8 to get any points, and it shows. But anyway, here we go. Sprint about to begin. 12 drivers out here at the Red Bull Ring. Let's view the action right now. So here we go then, the 2 Red Bull Petronas cars, Raw Scope and Driver H, are out here on the front row, leading us into the sprint. Lights on. And the lights are off. And we're underway for the sprint at the Red Bull Ring, and the 2 Red Bull cars have got away well. Chaconas is being hounded a little bit by Arps. Rawscope holds the lead. And the 3 Hondas have got away well. Rawscope a little moment there, Drive H in tow behind. Chaconas under pressure from Arps once again. Blank is making moves at the start. Blank is making moves past Bally already. Look to the front, it's all about Driver H and Rawscope. They're just building a gap. Chaconas defending as a massive melee for the middle places, the final points paying spots, and somehow Chaconas is holding off the field. Arp still in fourth, and Blank is on the inside of him. Griff is making moves as well. Griff, 7 steps, Jensen, they're all involved. Arp still holding fourth. Here comes Blank down the inside, and everyone making moves. 7 steps, getting aggressive. You saw him there, but Blank is up to fourth right there. Arp's hung out to dry, really. As there goes Jensen, trying to go around the outside. Arp's holding his own. 7 steps in the mix right here to back his teammate. At 7 steps, he's even going to go to the inside. There's a 3 wide right there for 5th place, and 7 steps, and there goes Jensen. There goes Jensen. Jensen goes wide, and Jensen goes down to the back of the field. Jensen to the back of the field. In the meantime, 7 steps still holding off everyone. Here comes Icon to the inside, the man who started at the back of the grid for the sprint race, already up to 6th by the time we pass lap 1. As you see, Chacona's defending from Blank. Will go around the outside of turn 1. Can't quite make it stick. Icon is still battling with 7 steps in the meantime in the background, but Blank and Chacona side by side still for the final podium spot. Icon is now easily past 7 steps, and Blank is going around the outside. Chick is going to hold his own and try and defend, and he muscles his way through, but Blank holds on. Here comes Icon into the picture, and Icon breezes past Chick, and now he's side by side with Blank. And I think that's it, you know, because outside line is good. Icon's passed. Home fans roaring him on. Oh, so easy for the Austrian right there. So Icon's gone from 12th to 3rd in a lap and a half. How quickly now can he catch driver H and Roscoe? His fellow Hondas. Griffin 6th with Joey and Jalk in tow, looking to make moves. Honda, Lexus and Nissan involved. And the rest of the field is just can't stay with them. You're going to see any movement right here into turn 1. Everybody holding their own, keeping it respectful. It's become a bit of a stalemate now for the rest of the positions as it stands now. Griff is in the final points paying spot. So will you see Joey and Jalk getting a bit hungry to make moves? Let's look at the tyre situation. In fact, look at this now. Griff is going down the inside of Chick. Oh, I think he thought about it, but Chick wasn't having it at all. But Griff has got a good exit right there. Is it time for the move? I think it is. That's what he's saying. Griff to the inside, making his presence felt. Chick's gonna have to try and defend the long way around. He tries to go underneath. Griff has it covered. Good stuff. And in the meantime, Jalk makes moves on Joey. So Jalk is past Joey. So at the same time his teammate goes down a position, Jalk goes up 1. So the ART drivers making moves up the field. Griff has gone purple as well. He's having a great lap. Chick is still right there with him though. So Jalk's got a half-second penalty, so that's going to alleviate some of the pressure from Chick, and now he's going to start chasing Griff now. He needs to get his revenge, but Jalk is absolutely steaming off the first corner. Surely you got a bum draft when it comes to that. He's actually going to go for the move. Have they planned this here? I think they have. Chick isn't really fighting it. Chick wasn't really fighting that one. Now, I've literally just missed Icon. He's absolutely flying his Icon. Driver trying to get revenge on the man who just passed him for second. And Roscoe has got a penalty. How long is that penalty for Roscoe? Half a second, so that might translate into Icon taking the lead. Roscoe going to have to do everything he can now to hold Icon off, and Driver H goes really aggressive there. Big move from Driver H, and Icon counters him. Icon counters him right there with that move. Here comes Driver H again. He's not having it though. Blank is in tow, and then Roscoe serving that penalty, and that's provided a hindrance for Driver H, a slight hindrance. He wasn't able to get the speed that he wanted. I think he was looking for the move, and Driver H is going to surely get a penalty for this here. Way off the track, and he does. So Icon has a bit of breathing room right now. 1 second penalty Heavy penalty for driver H. So Icon has taken the lead. Rawscope is going to get second if he can keep it clean. Blank in fourth. And now it's Griff and then Jug. So something happened to Chick there. Chick has lost a ton of positions and now he's side by side with Joey. But he's got a penalty incoming for him. So he needs to think about making his move soon. Here comes Blank trying to get past driver H. Driver H is going for the attack. They're going to be 3 wide here. Surely this can't end well. And driver H has got it. Blank all out of shape. Driver H takes second back, but he's got that 1 second penalty, don't forget. So he's going to surely lose it again. And then some, because this battling is bringing Griff closer to the action. So Blank's going to have some support with his teammate. So here comes driver H, going to serve that penalty now. Surely could go down to 5th. Because Griff is through. So Blank now holding second and Icon is just pulling away from the field right here. Here we go, so Rawscope has a penalty, Blank also has a penalty, so Griff is being brought into this. You see Jug in the background, he's joining this midfield pack. All these guys really are fighting for second and third right here. So Blank and Rawscope getting these penalties is going to bring everyone else closer. Jug has a penalty too, actually. Here comes Blank and Rawscope. Who's going to end up with second when we get out of turn 3? It's Rawscope. Rawscope holds on. He's the man who last won here in GCOR, but that was in the Genesis. For his first ever GCOR win. Clearly likes this track. And he's doing well at the moment for himself right here. Fighting with Blank. Here comes Blank again. Has the outside line. Griff providing a little bit of added pressure too. And Blank storms around the outside. But again, that half-second penalty is going to provide him with a little bit of an obstacle. It's going to give Griff a bit of peace in second place. So, Blank and Rawscope serve their penalties. Jug serves his penalty. It's a little bit more strung out now, this pack, and the Red Bull Patronus cars find themselves 4th and 5th, whereas the 2 ART cars are in 2nd and 3rd here. So ART have worked themselves forward to the front of the field right now. Just only Icon to catch, but can they catch him? That's another story, that's another question. No one's matching Icon's pace, he just set a 1:19 just now. Qualifying laps he's setting right there. Jug is still with this pack though. 3 Hondas going for battle right now. Jug on the inside of driver H. 2 men fighting for the title in GT Season 3, remember that? Moment there for Joey, so that's going to bring Bally and Chick into a battle right now. Jug needs to hold on to 5th. Driver H is not making that easy for him. Gets past him. Jug operates with the cutback, good cutback from the fin, gets the move done, and driver H went a bit too deep in the corner, so that allows Jug to get past. Good cutback there from Jug. See Griffin second, Blank, Rawscope, Jug, and then driver H. They're in the points paying spots at the moment, and they just put distance between themselves and the remaining cars, Bally and Joey and Chick. Only 10 cars still going. Rawscope's going again. He's got Blank in the crosshairs right now. Does he go for the move? He waits for turn 3, I think. Blank got a decent exit, but here we go. So we're on board with Rawscope right now. Is he going to get close enough to the Italian that he can make a move? I don't think he is. Hey, late lunge there from Rawscope. Very late lunge. I think he caught Blank by surprise, and he's got the move done there. Big lunge from Rawscope. I think out of desperation, possibly, like he's not really going to get close enough for another move, and Blank is looking for revenge right here. That's a big lunge from Blank. Or maybe he was just trying to play mind games with Rawscope there, but either way it didn't work. And now Blank has got more trouble in his hands, has to worry about defending because Jug is right there. Look at this here. Blank right. Back on Rawscope. Jalk is on him though. Needs to watch out. Here comes Jalk to the inside. They're making contact. And Blank has gone off the track right there. In the heat of the moment, they just came together. Blank has a time penalty now. Everyone around Jalk has a time penalty. And even Jalk getting forced wide right there. And it's all going a bit chaotic here. 3 teams just doing battle right here. And everyone ended up with penalties except for the Finn. And that never happens really. You usually see Jalk getting penalties, but he's stayed clean this time. So he's going to be able to carve his way through these drivers now. But they're going to put up a fight. You know, Driver H is going to put up a fight. But Jalk's got the inside, just needs to hug. Keep Driver H pinned to the outside so he can't do anything. He's done just that. Good stuff from Jalk again. He needs to get closer to Blank and Rawscope. If he can get close enough to them, then he can possibly get back into third. Driver H counter-attacking and trying to get the switch back again is Jalk, and he does it again. They bang doors, the 2 Honda drivers. Jalk seals the deal on the outside this time. So is he close enough now to reel in? He's gonna reel in Rawscope, but can he get Blank too? So here he goes. Blank serves his penalty. I don't think he was close enough. No, he's beaten on Rawscope. Goodness me. So some flies flying in front of my screen. So here we go then. So Jalk ends up in 4th place. Chasing down Blank now. Griff has just dropped the field right here. Ready to go and try and chase Icon, who is uncatchable, completely uncatchable. So the 2 ARTs are 2-3, GN7 splitting the goodness me, what a moment for Jalk, nearly lost it. So there you go. So 2 ARTs being split by the GN7, sorry, ARTs in front, then the GN7 splitting the 2 Red Bull Petronas cars, and we've got battling further down the pack, 7 steps, getting past Chaconas, who was in 7th position for a moment there. And he's done for the day, he's not having it. He's not having it. And Joey as well, they opted to just pack it up. He's not worth it today. Let's see what goes on now. Icon out front, Griff, Blank, and this is a really good battle here for 3rd, 4th, 6th and 5th. Jalk's got 1 second penalty, Rawscope half second penalty, so Driver H is looking good for him. Rawscope reeling in the Finn. And he's at fastest first sector of anyone, and is that a sign of his confidence right now? He doesn't get the move done, so his teammate is now ready to go. Does he attack? Or do they just hold the peace? They keep the peace. I think they're going to just hold. Oh no, Driver H, of course, makes that move, and Rawscope cutting back. A bit of fighting amongst the teammates. And Rawscope retakes 5th position, and that's going to prevent Driver H from moving forward. I don't think they'll be happy with that, but at the end of the day, this is racing. They're racing for position here. It's 2 points versus 1 point as it stands. And a bit of contact there. Driver H going off. Oh! Saves the car well though. Doesn't completely lose it, but ah man, is that Driver H out of the fight for 5th and 4th? It might just be. Jalk defending from Rawscope once again. These 2 continuing to do battle, and Rawscope going round the outside. Left out to dry though. No way that was working. Jalk's got another penalty. Driver H has a penalty behind, you see that. Here comes Rawscope once again. And this time he just sits him up on the outside. Nothing he could do, but he gets a better exit. does Jock. So the GN7 and the Red Bull car are going to do battle again. And this time Rawscope defending on the outside. Jock trying to do the cut back. Can't cut back. Bit out of shape there, but he stays with Rawscope. Stays hot on his heels. It's good back and forth action. Drive H looking, getting a bit opportunistic, of course, because they've both got penalties to serve. So Rawscope can have a lot more breathing room, as we can see right now. So the two drivers serve their penalties, and this is bringing 7 steps. As you can see him in the picture now. He could get some points here if these guys continue receiving penalties. I think that battling could be over. Blank is reeling in Griff, who has a half-second penalty again. So we could see a bit of battling between the two Nissans right now. Rawscope's got another penalty. Couldn't keep his tyres within the limits. Jock looking personal best in the first sector. He's flying. This is good stuff from him. Once again, ready to attack. These guys are going to be battling forever, it seems. They always go into battle, always going to war. Rawscope trying to get defense set up, and he does a decent job of it again, going for the cutback, and there's contact between the two of them. And through that, can he now get the move done on the outside? It's not going to be easy. Can he do it here? Drive H is looking to get involved, and Jock has to thread the needle there to try and get around one and past the other. Couldn't quite do it just there. Rawscope's got that penalty to serve though. So Rawscope immediately now serving the penalty, and Jock is through. Drive H is through now. He's going to be attacking the GN7. Here comes Blank though around the outside. Blank, as Icon spun. Icon's jammed. Icon's jammed, but it's all good. He gets rolling again, and Griff is holding off. He's holding off Blank here. The two ARTs are fighting. Icon is far enough up the road. Blank gets past Griff, and I think Griff let it happen. Maybe they're sensing the opportunity that they can get to Icon, so they might just be happening to help each other out rather than fight. Look again to this battle here though. Jock is outnumbered here. Two Predators, two Red Bulls, trying to hunt him down, but he keeps on fighting, keeps on defending them, keeps on fending them off. But they won't stop relenting, and they won't stop coming back. They want that full position. And Drive 8 getting aggressive, trying to get to the inside. Can't do it. Again, Jock doing just enough. So Icon comes to the line now with 3 laps to go to hold off Blank, Griff and the rest of them. And Jock has 3 laps to hold off the Red Bulls, who have time penalties. Look at this now, 7 steps, only 3 seconds behind as well, so he is closing in. He is closing in. And if these guys keep receiving penalties again, it's just going to slow them down even further. 7 steps is lapping about the same times they are. And Blank is keeping a steady pace with Icon. Maybe the pressure's building a little bit. The home fans expecting a win here. Will it get to Icon's head? Icon has half-second penalty right here, so that's going to provide a little bit more opportunity to the two ARTs. Not that much, but enough that they still will have hope and a chance of getting a win. The gap is now under 3 seconds, 2.8. So 20.7 from Icon, 20.4 for Blank. 7 steps under 2 seconds now behind. the two Red Bulls, so he could very well end up passing one of them and getting into the points. 2 laps to go. Jouk has gone clear of the two Red Bulls as well, so it's just all them by themselves now. Everyone just focusing and trying to keep the car on the track and just get everything home. And again, Icon's got another penalty, so we see it. Icon just not hitting his marks like he used to, and it's giving the two ARTs the opportunity possibly to get near him. The pressures will be on Icon right now on this final lap, just to bring the car home. So he's going to serve this penalty now, and that's going to be him. Let's see the gap. Again, we see it's under 3 seconds. Gap's under 3 seconds, but 2.6. 2.6. Blank still keeping within distance, maintaining hope, and look at that, Roscoe's got a penalty, and that's 7 steps, 1.4 seconds back and getting closer even still. Blank's got a penalty this time now, so Blank, surely his chances of victory gone. Griff then will be looking to take second off of him. Jouk isn't really close enough to take the podium place, so it should be all about Icon right now. He's going to be able to breathe a sigh of relief. He is going to be just fine if he can bring the car home. Not trying to do any commentator's curse or anything like that. Just half a lap now for Icon, just to focus and bring the car home. A couple more corners to round and Icon will be a winner of the sprint. 2 more corners. And that'll be it. Here we go then. So Icon, he's done it. Last to first completed. Icon comes out the final corner and he wins the sprint. That's half the job done now. Icon wins the sprint at the Red Bull Ring. Good stuff. And Griff does end up taking Blank then. So Griff second, Blank third, and Jouk taking fourth in the end of it. Jouk fourth, Drive H fifth, and Roscoe just ahead of 7 steps, who narrowly misses taking points in 7th, badly finishing 8th, and a lot of cars not reaching the line. So your top 6 then has been set right there. Icon taking victory, the two ARTs second and third, and then let's check the results. Let's say the replay first. And it results, it's Icon, then it's Griff, Blank, Jouk, Drive H, and Roscoe taking the points. 7 steps just missing out. Then Bali. Let me take photos of this as well. So that's it for the sprint then. That's half the job done. And Icon, he was feeling the pressure right there for that, but managed to hold on. Good stuff. Well, good battle in the midfield as well for the minor points. There's a very nice battle between the ARTs, the Red Bulls, and the GN7 Honda of Jouk. Now we've got the race left. So when everyone's ready, we will get underway with that. 27 laps. After that, we got Icon starting on pole. The way he took off in the sprint, he's got to be the favourite for the race right here. He's got to be the favourite for the race right here. So we've got Joecast in the building. Question now, does Joecast take over? Does he take over, or does he sit back? It's going to be interesting to see. Obviously Joecast is the main driver right there. Will he continue to race, or will it be Raw Scope? So obviously Raw Scope, he's got point right here, and he's fast at Red Bull Ring, let's not forget. So we'll find out in due time. Guess they're going to be discussing over at the team. I think it will be Raw Scope to race. Joecast simply spectating and watching over his team, giving them some support. So only 11 to race, 8 to score points, but only 1 to win. So I think from that result, let's check the result 1 second. It was goodness me, some foxes are doing what they're doing in the background, so I'm to just fight against that noise. So with Blank third, Blank is the new championship leader as things currently stand. Blank is currently the new championship leader. I think Griff has definitely picked up some serious points as well. I think Griff is going to be, yeah, Griff is level now with Jensen. Griff's level with Jensen now, I think. And Icon is level with 7 steps on 11 points. So yeah, not bad results at all. Not bad results. So drivers now practicing, get some final laps in for the big day, for the big race. "27 laps is a long one." So with the advantage that Red Bull Petronas had in the sprint, that's now gone. They're starting their back for this race. So strategy is going to be key, pace is going to be key. And Driver H said there, support is going to be key. But it's about Icon and Jalk right now. They're going to be starting this race at the front of the grid. And for Jalk, I think it's going to be about turn 1. He's going to have to make that move into turn 1. Because that might be the only chance he gets to get at Icon. I don't think that's a fox, you know, I think that's a cat. Oh well, whatever it is, it's not more important than the upcoming race right now. No, it's very bothering though. I don't know if you can hear it, but whatever. We're about to get going. It's time for the race. 27 laps upcoming. So the sprint was a no-stop affair. Let's see what happens now in this one. Icon, and then Jalk, then Jensen and Griff. The top 4 coming into this race. Let's get ready to go. The 5 red lights are coming on. And they're off and underway at the Red Bull Ring once again, and Icon gets a beautiful start already. Clear as daylight ahead of Jalk, who tucks into second, Jensen third, and then 2 ARTs side by side, Blank and Griff, and Blank goes wide. So now here comes Joey to attack. Joey now sandwiching the 2 ARTs. Not a good position to be in at the start, but he makes it stick. He gets it done. Here comes Jout around the outside of Icon. Big move for the lead right now on Icon. Sticks it outside, but there goes the cut back from Jout. As it worked out in his favour, they're still side by side, and the GN7 is currently in the lead. Can he seal it off into the next corner, into turn 4? Let's see what he can do. Jout to the inside. Icon's going to try and nail the cut back, and Jout saw it coming. Jout takes the lead. That's a crucial move to make. Now it's about, can he hold Icon behind him? It's one thing passing him, and next thing is keeping him behind you and even pulling away. So Jout's to be under all sorts of pressure. Here comes Jensen in third. There you got Griff. Icon might be looking for the move here. Jout goes defensive. Icon can't swing it round the outside. Jout holds him off. Here we go, slipstream is going to be important right now. Again, we see Jout defending for his life. Jensen is past Griff, and here comes Joey trying to help his teammate Joey now get past. Joey trying to get around the outside. There's a bit of a push, a bit of a shove, but it works out. We see the two leaders side by side as we go now. Here comes Icon, and he's having to stick around the outside. Jout's have to defend again. Icon forced a little bit wide. That's costing him a bit of time. He's still going to be there once again though. So again the Finns forced into defensive intervention. And this time Icon tries to hang it round the outside. Doesn't work though. It doesn't work. We're going to go on board with the Austrian right now. And yeah, Jout has sealed it off this time. No mistakes though. In the battle behind, it's going well for them too, and Icon's got a 1 second penalty. Big sigh of relief for the Finn then, as Icon suffers a penalty, so he's going to go tumbling down the order. Next lap, Jout has a lap now to just keep things calm and composed. He doesn't really need to worry much about what's going on behind him, just focus on what's in front, because you've got that penalty that, and even Jout's got a half second penalty. Oh no, so the advantage they would have had beginning to dwindle slightly. That gives Icon a lot more confidence. Griff holding third, Jensen holding fourth, Blank holding fifth, Joey holding 6th, 7 steps, and 7 steps is off. As I said he was going to be in 7th, he's now 10th, 11th. He spins off at turn 1, and Icon, in the meantime, has he got past Jout finally? They're side by side still once again, the two Hondas. Griff is waiting in the wings. Icon, can he be late on the brakes to seal it? Tries to go around the outside. Was there contact? Yes, there was a little shove, bump and run move by Jout to get the lead back, and Griff is now waiting to attack, and is that him to the inside? Icon to the inside, forces the move. Big move from Icon, and Griff has taken second from Jout now, so that means Griff is going to be in the lead as things cycle out. Griff takes the lead, Jout takes second, Icon in third, and everyone's in the mix now. There goes Jensen to the inside, and Blank is now on the inside too. Icon is going flying down the order. He's now in 6th because Joey has passed 2, so everyone getting an advantage from that right there. I expect a lot of moves now. It's going to be really busy for the final podium spot. Oh, Icon loses it. What a save. The barriers helped him to correct it there. It's all going wrong for the pole sitter, and he's left himself with even more work to do. He's got rear damage from that. He's got rear damage. Icon's got rear damage, so he's surely going to have to pit to repair the damage. You see him on the soft tyre. I think he would have wanted to stretch it a little bit longer than he has there, but with damage, surely he's going to have to pit a little bit earlier than he might have wanted. There goes Joey to the inside. Big move. That's 4th for the Brit on his first start for Pampersons, but that's encouraging. And now he's got more work to do up the field as Jout takes the lead from Griff, or does he? They're still fighting. Jout does it. Jout does it right there. And the lead is back in the hands of the Finn. And there goes Joey. Did Joey save it? Yes, he did, but there goes Icon. Contact with Blank. Contact with Blank right there. Griff's retaken the lead. I didn't catch it, but Surely Jack's got a response for that. Griff defending. Jack trying to look to the inside, can't do it. Griff will hold the advantage into turn 1. Jensen is right behind though. Let's look at this from Jensen's perspective. Where does Jack go, inside or outside? Griff's holding that inside for dear life. Knows the lead is up for grabs right here. Are they going to go 3 wide for it? And Jensen has taken 2 of them. What a move from Jensen. Does it work out though? He's side by side with Griff. Jack trying to get involved. He's pushing Jensen. He's pushing Jensen here. Jensen into the lead. Griff on the inside. Jack cutting back too. And Jensen has lost the lead then. Has he lost second too? What a race we're witnessing here for the lead. Griff has taken it and he holds on. Here comes Jack to the inside for second. And a little bit of contact with Jensen there. But he does hold it. And Blank is now to third as well. Can Blank send it around the outside? He's going to try, of course. Try and succeed. So Jensen on the medium tyre. So it's Jack and Griff on the soft tyre. Blank and Jensen on the mediums. Joey's on the softs. And I think Icon did pit then. Icon did pit, so I think Icon's going to have to go long here on that medium tyre. Is that going to work out for him? Can he make it work? We look back to the lead battle. Here comes Griff and Jack on the inside once again. These guys keep on swapping the positions, and let's go. That's the lead back in the Finns' hands, just like that. Can Griff reply? We see Jensen and Blank also doing battle. This is great racing by everyone. Griff legs the late move. And he gets it, he muscles his way past. A real show of strength right there. But again, Jack is not done. Here he comes. Can't get it. He can try once again. He's looking for the opportunity, looking for the opening. On board with him, does he try and get to the inside? Goes round the outside. Has he made that work? Yes, he has. Good stuff. Because a time penalty was looming if he got that wrong, and he's managed to get it inch perfect. So he's back into the lead with that. But again, look at them. They're like a train, just waiting to run him down. Can he leave them behind right now? Blank and Jensen in tow. Jack's got half-second penalty. And there goes Griff. Griff takes it again. They're not quite. Blank and Jensen side by side. Griff, you know he's going to go down the inside. You know he's going to make the move. Griff later on the brakes. And Jug holding his own on the outside. Good defending. It's really busy up there. These guys are fighting in close proximity. This is awesome. Here comes Jensen. Once again to the inside. I have to back out of that one. With a massive crash if that had strung together. So Jug now serving that penalty. Does Griff go past? Griff does go past. Blank is, I think, looking to go past too. Oh, there's contact. Oh, and he saved it. I thought that would have been a moment right there. So Griff has a lot of breathing room right now. Does Blank go for it on the inside? Of course he does, to try and get with his teammate. Blank is up to second. Jug going to try and fight this though, of course, as much as he can. Jug's going to get another good exit. I'm not sure if he can make this move here. You can go anywhere, outside, inside, and it will work, and it goes to the inside, and Blank gets the cutback. Gets caught lacking by the cutback there. Good stuff. So the battle seems to have died down a little bit, but they put on one hell of a show just then. One hell of a show. So it's Griff and Blank, the ARTs out in front. Bally's 5th. Currently now from Joey. So Bally's worked his way up. Joey, then Driver H, then Roscoe, and then Icon is now 9th with ARPS and 7 steps, 10th and 11th. Look at this now. No one really close enough to make moves, but again, these three, it's like they're just playing chess out here. Judge's got another penalty, so that's going to see him going down the order. As you see, Blank getting past him, and Interceptor going to try and make it free. What he doesn't quite think about doing, he's purple in the first sector though, Jensen, and Blank has gone deep, so that means he has got third then right there, and now he's side by side with GCOR GN7 for second place, and Jack's going to hold his own around the outside, and he's got it done. Now the Lexus was pushing him there. Ooh, it's tight. It's really tight with these guys. He really is. I also missed it, but Joey did get past Bally as well. We'll look at that one later. So Jack goes down to 5th now after serving that penalty, and it's about Blank and Jensen now. Blank goes wide, Jack into the pits, pours in immediately. He's on the soft tyre, remember, possibly looking to undercut. Is he aiming at Griff here? He could be aiming at Griff, because Griff is the only one on the same strategy as him, so it could be an undercut attempt. Nevertheless, we see Jensen and Blank continuing to do battle. JJF not happy with Blank's conduct, but you gotta say, JJF, they are putting on a really good show right here. Was there a moment right there? It's Bally. Bally is spun. Bally is spun. I saw that just about. There was a bit of contact, I think, with Joey. So Bally will have words with Joey surely come the end of this. I didn't really see what happened. I just heard it and saw him lose control. Must have been something there. We'll find out later, I suppose. So again, we see Jensen and Blank. So let's go then. So Blank going about his race now. Did Griff pit? He didn't pit. Griff stayed out. This is interesting then. So Icon going long has actually worked for him, because he's beaten out Jug, who's got a 3-second penalty for the crossing of the pit line. So Icon has built up a gap to Jug by going long, but will this help him? Will it keep this pace up towards the end of the race? Obviously, as the medium tyres begin to lose their grip, we'll have to find out. Griff continuing to go, and Blank has wrestled free of the pressure that Jensen was putting on him. So the ART just on their own terms out in front. Driver H now 4th from Rawscope in 5th, and Bally's now in 6th. His teammate just behind him. Then it's Joey, and then it's Joe. So Joey's also pitted, but Joey's on the soft tyre. So even Joey's beaten Jalk out. It's been a disaster stop for Jalk. But then again, you've still got a lot of the race left. Anything can happen. I don't know if Joey can make it to the end on the soft tyre, if I'm honest. But we'll see. Griff stays out for another lap. I need a drink, man. Yeah. And get some water. Oh, and Jensen, a little bit out of control there. Keeps it under control though. Keeps the car pointing forward. I'm just trying to see whether Griff pits and where does he rejoin in comparison to Jout. That's going to be the question that everyone's asking. Does he beat out Icon? Does he beat out Joey? Because if Icon can rejoin ahead, then that going long would have done him a favour, because all the battling that these guys were doing must have slowed them down considerably. Icon still posting 119s. Yeah, 19.9s. He's still posting 19.9s. Griff did the best of 20.1. Yeah, they're going into like the low to mid 20s when Griff is in the high, not Griff, sorry, Icon is in the high 19s on his own on the mediums. So Griff then, again, Griff stays out. Still believes in those soft tyres and their superiority. So it's a stalemate throughout the field. It's just about when do you pit. It's a strategic stage of the race now. Pit windows open. When do you decide to box? Blank here, current championship leader, obviously took a couple points out of Jensen. So he now takes the championship lead, and it's just all him and Griff at the moment. But we wait to see where Griff blends back in, because obviously Icon is still setting personal best and fastest lap times. It's just about where do they rejoin the comparison to him. I think every lap that Griff stays out, it's hurting him. He was 2 seconds slower than Icon that last lap. He's got to go in soon. He's tried to stay out again. So the front three all deciding to keep out on those tyres. Obviously Jensen and Blank on the mediums, Griff on those softs, trying to stretch them out for as long as he can. And you see Jensen posting at 20.7, 21.8 for Blank and 21.3 for Griff. You compare that with the lap time set by Icon. Icon has just come and set a new fast lap of 19.6. So Icon is reeling in the front runners by about a second to 2 seconds a lap here. Jensen is also getting closer towards Blank, so Blank will lose more time in a battle with Jensen. But then again, he's gaining with his teammate. Now sitting solidly in 6th. 7 steps goes in. I think it was, who was it that? I think it was Arps. It was done for the day right there. So Griff finally goes in then. Griff goes in. Blank and Jensen stay out. Like what Mateus would advise. Brilliant analyst of the game. Mateus, he has all the data up with him. Mateus says something, more time is going to be true. Shout out to him. Here comes Griff then. Good stop required. Where is Icon? He's there. Icon's already there. Surely it's soft tyres again. Yeah, it's soft tyres again for Griff. So a double soft for him. Does he get faster from this though? Where's Jark in relation? Nowhere near. There's Joey. And Griff is ahead of Joey. That's the gap. 2.8 seconds between himself and Icon, who is on older medium tyres. Still setting sub 20-second lap though, sub 120s. But Griff is going to be hot on his heels. Can he catch him? That's going to be another question. I think it'll be Griff versus Icon for this win right here. Blank going wide. Jensen going wide. Surely Blank and Jensen have to follow suit in what Griff has done and start boxing or thinking of boxing soon. I don't think it's possible. Will they try and think of going all the way on this tyre? I think they'll be wearing their tyres to the bone. And with Icon just under 15 seconds back, and Griff also catching Icon at some rate, I don't know if that's going to be a viable strategy, man, to stay out to the end. I think we'll be thinking about boxing towards like this time right now. These kind of laps from now until like lap 18, boxed out, put the softs on and just full throttle to the end. Griff having a little bit of a moment there. And that's cost him a little bit of time when it comes to catching Icon. He's pulling a gap. .6 for Blank and 20.5 for Jensen on that last lap. Icon said 19.8. Griff's also on the out lap, so data's not really there for him. So surely Blank has to be in this time, or Jensen, one of the two. Do they seed now, or do they just try and last it to the end? Jensen's tyres are worse than Blank, so I would expect both of them. Yeah, they both stay out, but especially for Jensen, I mean, you've got to think about boxing. He's got a half-second penalty too, as has Blank, so yeah, they're really struggling out there compared to, you know, the drivers that have pitted, Icon and Griff. Griffin a 19.7 there. I think that's the second fastest lap of the race. Third fastest actually. Or fourth. Icon is just really eating into that time. Now it's getting closer to Roscoe. These guys serving penalties. I think they more or less forced themselves into doing this nose stop now. I think Blank and Jensen, they forced themselves into doing this nose stop. I don't think it's viable at all with 11 laps left, but I think they just have to do it at this point. Who knows if it will work? I don't know if it will work for Jensen. Blank might be able to make it work. The fuel is decent for both of them. And we've got just under half the race to go, and they look good on fuel. So if they can just hold this as they're doing, but Icon is pulling them in as he's got past Roscoe for fourth position. Roscoe, does he fight back? Remember, these guys are fighting for track position. And I think everyone is nose stopping apart from Icon and Griff right here. Griff continues to improve. He's setting down near fastest lap every lap, sorry. So now he's now got to get past Roscoe as Jensen begins to reel in Blank. So if these guys are really racing to the end on this medium tyre, I don't know how they're going to do it, especially Jensen, but he seems to be closing in on Blank. They're still posting some decently fast times though, despite being weak on those tyres, on all the mediums. Jensen serving penalty. Here comes Blank. Stays out. Okay, Jensen's in then. Jensen's in. Has he made that call a bit too late though? And we'll find out. Fuel should be good. I think it's just a simple tyre change for Jensen right here. Where did Jensen come out after this stop right now? Just a tyre change yet. Look on the softs. So he's now flat to the floor to the end of this race, and he comes out in 7th place. So Jensen exits in 7th place, ahead of Jark. So now just Blank left the pit, and driver H and Roscoe. Do they stay out for the entirety of this? You can legally do it. Is it the preferred strategy? I don't know, but Blank could realistically, he could pull it off. He could pull it off. Icon is closing, Griff is closing too, but if Griff closes to Icon before Icon closes to Blank, then that could also spare Blank some time and some crucial laps, because if they battle, that's just going to slow them down. Does Icon even have the tyres to make it? That's another question. Icon's going to be struggling towards the end of this, because remember, he boxed very early in the race. Lap 11, around those times, right, lap 10. His medium starting to age too. Seeing him posted 1 minute 20. Griff posted the fastest lap of a 19.2. Griff is on fire right here. The gap between Blank and Icon is under 10 seconds right now. It's the one stop versus the no stop. Let's see. So with that pit stop, Jensen's chances of winning have gone. So Blank with a chance to extend the championship lead. The question is, how many points will he extend it by? Seven and a half laps to go. Icon's got to get round driver H, who's also no stop this one. No, he hasn't no stopped. He's one stopped actually. Yeah, driver H. No, driver H hasn't stopped. I don't know what he's telling me. He's telling me that he's one stop, but he hasn't. Driver H has stayed out this whole race too. 8 seconds is the gap. So Icon has to be careful, as we said, because Griff is just there. 19.5 from Griff, 19.9 from Icon. Here comes Icon now. It's time to attack. Icon to the inside, driver H. Does he make it easy for him? Does he let him pass? Nothing really much he could do there. He's going to try and hold his own, but it seems to be Icon's day. No, he's not even. Driver H is still there. These guys both on mediums, old mediums. And this side-by-side action is not going to help Icon's chances. He has to get this move done quickly. And that's exactly what he does right there. Driver H sideways as he tries to get back. And Icon is up to second right now. Gap 7.9 seconds between himself and Blank, who is the race leader. I don't know if Icon can do this here. 6 laps to go. It's all air now. Oxygen, nitrogen, and a little bit of luck that's separating one of these drivers from their first victory. No, not first victory, from a victory. Icon's already won the sprint. Can he win the race right here? Blank's looking for his second win of the season after winning at Monza. Blank knows what it's like to win at home. Icon hasn't won at home in this series. And he's got a half-second penalty. That's not going to help. That is not going to help at all. So, driver H and Griff going to be in with a chance now. Griff is going to make his move. Griff getting into the slipstream. Driver H with his own half-second penalty now to serve. And there goes Griff to the inside. Driver H looking for the cut back. Can't quite cut back there. Griff is passing, but Icon's got a big enough gap, I think, to hold off Griff. So half-second penalty to be served right now. Griff's going to be closer than ever to Icon. How does he fare right now? The pressure is on the Austrian, and they're not really getting closer to Blank. 6 laps to go right now. Here comes Griff. This could be for the race win. Didn't get a good exit. Did the Brit. Still in the slipstream, but not with a chance to get past just yet. Blank just trying to nurse these tyres. They're beginning to really fade. He's still setting some decent laps. 21.0 last time. 8 tenths. What happened to Icon? I've missed that there. Icon's jammed. Front damage. He must have spun there off the exit turn 3. I didn't get it. Oh no. So Icon's chances have gone now. It's all about Griff and Blank. And Griff is now second. Driver H is third. What on earth happened to Icon? It's gone terribly for him. What on earth? Wow. That's incredible. We've got to get that again. But it's all about Blank now. Does Griff fight him? Surely Griff is going to just drive as fast as can and get closer to him. 21.4 from Blank and 20.3 for Griff. So again, he's drawing in by a second, but it won't be enough. 4 laps to go. At this rate, he won't catch him. And Blank is still going extremely fast. It's all gone wrong for Icon. There goes Joey, possibly looking for the move. Icon's frustrated here. The front damage not helping his cause as well. He's going to be reducing. His top speed's going to be reduced now. He's a sitting duck down these long straights. That car, that Honda is aerodynamically challenged now. Drive H has got a penalty to serve, so Jensen's going to be closer. Ready for a move, possibly. No soft tyres really helping Jensen too. He's now got the fast lap for 18.8. He is flying. The man who won Super Formula earlier today. Now back up to the podium places. He could get Griff here. He could get Griff. Griff might lose second. So Jensen with a chance to spoil the party. And this amazing teamwork that ART have got going on, these 1-2 finishes that they keep getting. We saw it at Monza, and we might see it here today. Green flags coming out for 7 steps. One Nissan lets another Nissan pass. That's going to be soon at least, not now, but soon. The gap is being reduced between Blank and Griff, but again, it's not quickly enough. Man, Icon is struggling. Down to 7th now. Blank just 2 laps to go now. Will the tyres hang in there? He's got to be losing grip. He's managed his tyres really well though, Blank. The 0 stop on those mediums managed to make it work, and he's in a race winning position right now. Griff just not closing in fast enough. 20.2 and 19.6 from Jensen, so 2 laps to go. Jensen could get second. Griff still has an outside chance of getting the win, but I don't think it's going to be enough. You can see Blank ahead of him. Battling with Joey now. These guys doing a bit of fighting towards the end of this race, and Icon behind has a penalty. You can see that. Oh, big lunge for Roscoe. He was nowhere when he came into that corner and ended up in 5th. From absolutely nowhere, Roscoe catapults himself through, but Joey has a response. Or does he? Because Roscoe responds to that response and seals the move. Good stuff from Roscoe right there. Towards the end of this race. Is that what I think it is? 7 steps. He's catching back up to Blank. Is Blank just going to let him have it? I think he might, you know. This could ruin his race on the last lap. Now 7 Steps blesses it and lets Blank have it. 7 Steps now got the fastest lap. 7 Steps is the fastest lap king, man. Always getting the fastest lap. But he could ruin Blank's race here on the final lap. Blank has done this perfectly here. The no-stop worked out for him in the end. And look at this here. Jensen's getting closer to Griff. So Griff having to worry less about attacking, now just defending. All defending against a driver with stronger tyres than his. And Blank here, I mean, it looked to be all Icon's race, but then when Icon made the mistake, wasn't able to recover as well. It turned into a wide open affair, and then strategy won the day because Blank nursing his tyres, taking care of those tyres, and it brings in the ultimate prize in this run. Blank with 2 corners to round, and here comes the championship leader. Blank comes to the line, and it's his 2nd win of the season. Blank wins the race at the Red Bull Ring, takes it. Griff with a 1-2 finish for ART, Jensen 3rd, and then Driver H taking 4th for Red Bull Petronas, and it will be Roscoe in 5th as he slides out the final corner. 5th spot is to Roscoe. Here comes Joey for 6th, and Icon, it could have been so much more for the pole sitter. Doesn't work out for him in the end. He'll be deflated, defeated, but nevertheless he does take points, and it could have been so much more for Icon, but just wasn't to be. Bally will take the final position point. 8th place for Bally, but 7 Steps also getting a point by virtue of getting the fastest lap. What a race. Blank is your winner. Well, well, well. Let me save that replay. What a race. There's your finishing order. Blank from Griff and Jensen on the podium. Driver H and Roscoe and Joey 4th, 5th and 6th, with Icon and Bally finishing the points. And then 7 Steps also getting a point by virtue of getting the fastest lap once again. I think 7 Steps has got fastest lap every race, or damn near every race. Jalk and Arps not finishing, and that is the order. Hold on. Good stuff from the guys. Good race for the guys. So that means Blank extends the championship lead. So at the 3rd waypoint of the season, it's Blank on top and ART out in front. Brilliant. Icon's got no words, man. But great stuff. That's going to do it for this week of GCOR GT Elite Series. With a great weekend here at the Red Bull Ring. Brilliant racing on display. Maybe next week at Spa. Only the race this time, so not as long, but it's still going to be so much more action, I imagine. So make sure you're there for that. 15th of August. Mark your calendar. 9 o'clock. Congratulations though to Blank, 2nd win of the season. ART getting another 1-2 finish. They've got to be favourites for the Constructors' Championship at this point. They've got to be favourites for the Constructors' Championship. But yeah, we're going to Spa next week. Make sure you're there for that. Might be there for multi-class tomorrow. So keep your eyes peeled. Make sure you turn on the notification on this channel so you know what's going on, because I might be there to stream that. You should follow us on the Instagram, the TikTok. Follow on all socials, man. Follow on all socials. WEC, GCOR. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this week. My voice is almost gone. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye, guys.